It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. Looking at Miami, they're enjoying a better winning percentage to this point than we saw last season, an encouraging sign for the players and the front office. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
There's two types of leaders, Ernie, the vocal leader and the one that leads by example. One of my favorite vocal leaders, Chris Paul. Dirk Nowitzki is not very vocal, but he leads by example. LeBron James does both. Very vocal at times, very animated.
Joakim Noah's not bad either now for the Bulls, even though he's not the greatest of those players, but he's a good leader.
Yeah, but LeBron does both.
What kind of a leader were you, Shaq?
I was vocal. I used to get in people's rack, Ernie.
Did you?
Mess around if you want to. Tear the locker room up.
What would you do if you had a guy like Kenny on your team?
I wouldn't do anything for Kenny because Kenny would make me look good because I know for a fact if I kick it out to Kenny, he's going to knock it down.
And you know, I would be the first thing I would say, if we don't get it to Shaq, I'm slapping someone.
Let's get it to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
You just scared me.
And here we are in South Beach. Good shot there of the Miami side. It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, Derrick Rose. I think we could sort of see it in his first couple games that he's really feeling out his new team.
You know, like you were saying, the trade has the team buzzing. I mean, they're on fire. You can already see it in the warm-up, how loose and confident they look out there.
You know, it also gives players a huge boost knowing that the guys running this team, the owner, the front office, they also are committed to winning. And so that, in and of itself, I believe, gives a player far more confidence to go out there and compete.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Lee. Noah is out there with Porzingis. And it's Rose. And it's Anthony in at the three.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
And he can't hit the second. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And he makes the first.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
And both free throws good for Lee.
you know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Now here's Anthony following the miss by Chris Bosh. Outside Rose. Back to Anthony. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Both free throws good from Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
And that one's good by Bosh.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
The Knicks off to a quick start here. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
Here's Noah. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003 all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Hey, guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. He's way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Dragic against Rose. And it's Lee penetrating. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
Now here's Winslow, following the miss by Derrick Rose. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
So for the Heat, their last game, a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Now here's Dragic after the miss from Joakim Noah. That's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Goran Dragic. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Anthony. Rose has got his second basket of the night.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Noah. Both shots good from the stripe. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Now, here's O'Quinn. You saw him with 10 points last game. Clock is at 3. Anthony drives in. That's good.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Here's Dragic after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony.
Guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
All alone. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Outside Bosh. There's Winslow. It's rebounded by New York.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. They only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Now, here's Richardson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. Here's Bosh. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Courtney Lee. And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, his scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Williams comes in for Winslow. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Richardson. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. Very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of fours like that on draft night.
The Heat making a switch here. Nick Roberts is checked in. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Rockets in Houston. Some nice passing by New York here. Shot by Serafin, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Heat have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improved.
Ellington hits them both.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Now, here's O'Quinn. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
As you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic, among a lot of things, to their game.
Yeah, and no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. And so they struggled shooting. When they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Good on both.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
Now here's Seraphin. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 0-1 here, Jennings, as he lets it fly. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25 and 27 against the rest of the conference, played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Stolen by O'Quinn. Here's the pass to Thomas. Misses the three. Miami trailing. Here's Ellington. Can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way. Outside Jennings. There's the pick. Feeds to Holiday. Inside, here's Seraphin. And they will call over the back on the play.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And both free throws good for Stoudemire. Here's Jennings. He has 5. Pass to Seraphin. It's back to Jennings. Thomas, it's a wide open look. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense. And that's kind of what did them in.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
The Heat trail by 3. Now Johnson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Williams up on top. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Stoudemire dishes to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Nick Roberts, the pass to Johnson. No good on the 3. The Knicks leading by 3. Outside Jennings. Out to the wing. Pass to Thomas. Kicks it to Jennings. Out left to the wing. Here's O'Quinn. Shot no good. Good D by Williams. Miami's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Stoudemire. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. New York calls timeout. Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he was a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
Now here's Jennings. He's got 5. Holiday. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Holiday's got his first points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The feed to Ellington. Stoudemire in the post. He's coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Now here is Holiday. Amari Stoudemire missing his last shot. Jennings kicks to Thomas. Excellent D there from Williams.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
76% on the season from the foul line.
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
And he knocks down the first one. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
The Knicks leading by 3. Outside Holiday. Noah in the post. Roberts there.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Johnson dishes to Ellington. Stoudemire attacking. That's good. Stoudemire's got 6.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Outside Jennings. He dishes it to Holiday. He feeds it to Noah. Here's Jennings. And the shot falls short this time. The Heat trail by 3. And here is Johnson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's the pick. Here's Stoudemire. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Knicks lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise. Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
And you know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
Well, we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Richardson is out there with Dragic. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. New York leading by 3. Outside Anthony. Here's Porzingis. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
The Heat shooting reasonably well, 45%. Dragic against Rose. And it's Dragic off the drive. Drops it in from 11 feet. Whiteside's got his first basket of the night. The Knicks shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And the pass to Porzingis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
The Knicks with the lead. Outside Rose. Passes it to Porzingis. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Porzingis passes to Rose. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Rose has got 6 points.
You know, the Knicks made the playoffs every season between 1988 and 2001. It's kind of strange now to see the Knicks struggle to get into the playoffs so often. Only 3 trips in the playoffs the last 10 seasons.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Right side a screen. Just 4 to shoot. Stolen by Rose. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. We get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. The Heat in 5th.
You know, I don't think all the time that defensive-minded teams get the credit they deserve. And sometimes I think that teams like this aren't as exciting to watch. But you know what? It's effective. Limiting your opponent's points goes a long way towards giving you the results you're looking for.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And listen, the pressure is always on the Knicks to make the playoffs just because of where the team is. Being in New York can have its advantages, but it comes with expectations that your team will be in the postseason.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Dragic. Good D by Lee. For New York, they've gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. From past the arc, Bosh grabs the miss.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Dish now to Winslow. Whiteside, the pass to Dragic. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Knicks leading by 4. Dishes it to O'Quinn. He kicks it to Lee. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Lee. Lee's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now here's Dragic. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And the shot is good.
Great pass by Bosh there.
The Knicks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
The shot by Anthony, no good. The Heat trail by 4. Tries from 10. Anthony with the block. Lee against Dragic. Second shot opportunity. And Lee pulls it down. As you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to it.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career, but having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
Well, getting back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar teammate. I mean, just ask Kevin Love last year.
You know, it's such a good point. When you think about Bosh, you know, he isn't the kind of guy who demands special attention. You know, he's not mugging for the press. He's not out there for himself. He just really lets his play speak for itself. And you won't find many bigs who are as versatile as he is. And much underrated, I think, as a pick-and-roll defender.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Rose dishes to Carmelo. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. The Heat trail by 8. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. And that one's good. Whiteside's got 6 points in the quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Rose goes in, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
He doesn't get the second one. The Heat trail by 7. Shoot from the right block. Winslow's shot is off. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Anthony in the corner. Stolen by Winslow. Here's the screen. It's Dragic with the drive. In the corner, Winslow with it. It's rebounded by New York.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Thomas against Bosh, and a wide open look for Lee. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosh has got 4 rebounds in this game. On that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Winslow. The Knicks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Thomas kicks to Lee. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timeout called, the Heat.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
Group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Bosh. Derek Williams comes in for Winslow. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Richardson. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And then for New York, Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Justin Holiday comes in for Lee. And it's Jennings in for Derrick Rose. Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's... You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. The Knicks have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Good on both. Here's Johnson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
And New York making a change here. Noah's checked in. Down low, kicks it out to Johnson. There's a screen by Williams. Stoudemire left side. Stoudemire drawing the double team. 6 to shoot. Releases from 15. It's rebounded by Noah. Noah's got his 5th rebound in this one. Feeds to Holiday. Back to Noah. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Stoudemire.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Heat trail by 7. Johnson with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Stoudemire, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
The Heat have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Williams kicks to McRoberts. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Johnson's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there for the D.
Outside Jennings. And Holiday kicks to Serafin. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Stoudemire, the pass to Johnson. Stolen by Noah. Now here's Jennings. He has 5. Pass to Holiday. Thomas kicks it to Noah. Misses off the right iron.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Williams dishes to Ellington from deep. Can't get it to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage one win in the season series.
Yeah, and you know they wanted to have a better showing against them. Maybe they can take a step in the right direction tonight, guys.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Give it up for your Heat answers.
And Miami has possession. They trail by 7. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. Kicks it to Noah. It's back to Jennings.
Inside 2 minutes. Inside.
Pass to Seraphin. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. New York, no good that time either. Johnson outside. Out to the right wing. Nick Roberts, the pass to Ellington. Johnson the screen. Williams for 3. They get it again. The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Holiday. The rebound by Nick Roberts. Nick Roberts has got his 3rd rebound on the night. The feed to Ellington from the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Seraphin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The shot by Holiday, no good. Miami's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Wasted no time on that one. Ellington's got 5 now.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. The Knicks leading by 4. Outside Holiday. Noah kicks to Seraphin. New York moving the ball around. Jennings against Johnson. And there's Noah on the assist from Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists in the game. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Now Ellington, 5 points in the game. Johnson outside, 6 on the shot clock. And at the top of the key, Williams. That one wide left.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Thomas, no luck.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
And that one falls for Johnson.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Rose gets a wide open look, and no good trying to get that one. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Knicks out front, up by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Carmelo, some great help off the bench during this first half. What does their contribution mean to this team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA, and when they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game, makes it a tough team to beat. You know, just hoping we can keep that up.
It certainly takes some pressures off the starters. Melo, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. New York came out ready to play. Their sharp focus and apparent preparation for the matchup helped them zero in on an 8-2 run off the tip. That lead was whittled down by the end of the quarter, leaving them up by 5 after 1. It was fairly close throughout the second quarter as well, but they were the better team in the quarter, ending up with a 5-point lead at the break. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now, we take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half call.
Give it up for your Heat.
Now, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Excellent night for Carmelo Anthony. 10 points and a block. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
The Knicks leading by 5, and New York looking at who they've got. Porzingis is out there with Nolan. Then it's Lee, then it's Anthony, and it's Rose in at the point guard position. Here's Porzingis, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Three trips to the line so far for him in this one. The Heat trail by 8. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Tipped away. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Anthony on the wing. Rose against Dragic. Over in the corner, Lee. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. Winslow kicks to Bosh. And again, Miami with the triple.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
Outside Rose. He dishes it to Lee. Here's Porzingis. He's covered by Bosh. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Dragic, and that one's good. Dragic has got his third basket of the night. And for Goran Dragic, so incredibly efficient on the offensive end over the last couple of years, whether with Phoenix or Miami, he's really upped his game.
You know, Kevin, it took him a few years to kind of get comfortable in the NBA, much like the great Steve Nash, who had his struggles early in his career. Now the game is kind of slowed down for him. He's not forcing as much, and it has certainly paid off.
Stolen by Winslow. Pushing it up. Here's Richardson, and he banks in the layup. Richardson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Porzingis passes to Lee. Noah against Whiteside. Pocket 6, doubled by Bosh. Noah, and a strong finish with two hands. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead, and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Noah. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Bosh dishes to Winslow. Richardson kicks to Bosh. Back to Richardson. He feeds it to Whiteside. Just 3 to shoot. It's rebounded by New York.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Richardson the pass to Bosh.
It's been a solid outing for Bosh. 9 points and a steal. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
We've seen him miss a couple from the line so far, going 2 for 4. The free throw drops for Bosh. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. And so Bosh nails both of them. New York trailing. Rose dishes to Carmelo. Lee outside. To the inside. And Winslow comes to help. And it's Anthony with the jam. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Outside Bosh. Bosh, a screen on Lee. Here's the pass to Dragic. Stoudemire setting the pick for Dragic. And he's good on the 3-ball. Dragic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Courtney Lee is on the wing. The 19-foot shot. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Stoudemire kicks to Richardson. Bosh, the screen. And here's Richardson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And O'Quinn sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Josh McRoberts has checked in for the Heat. And New York with a change here, too. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Porzingis. 5 to shoot. And McRoberts kicks to Richardson. There's Winslow. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lee passes to Carmelo. There's the dish to O'Quinn. To the middle. Here's Rose. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Rose has got it all tied up now for the Knicks. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Stoudemire outside. Passes to Dragic. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And he gets it to go. 12 points for Amari Stoudemire.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Dishes it to Seraphin. Here's Lee. 10 points for him. He kicks to Anthony. Rose against Dragic. Anthony right side. It's hauled in by Richardson. Heat have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Feeds it to Winslow. He tries for 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. For New York, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Inside, here's Seraphin. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Seraphin's got 8.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Rose with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. O'Quinn dishes to Carmelo. And Anthony gets double teamed. O'Quinn the pass to Anthony. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard. A lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the 3, or just taking it to the rack himself.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Williams, he's checked in for Winslow. Ellington comes in for Richardson. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Johnson kicks to Stoudemire. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And he gets it to go. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and butter there.
Anthony left side. The rebound by McRoberts. McRoberts has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here's Johnson. Stoudemire outside. Knicks with the rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Johnson dishes to Stoudemire, and Anthony sends it back. Inside, here's Holiday. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. And the Knicks lead by 1. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get, and that's something they also can take great pride in.
And O'Quinn kicks to Anthony. Misses from short range. Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Stoudemire inside. He's guarded by Jennings. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Jennings.
Stoudemire playing very well. He has 14 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops. And the Heat making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Noah comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And Stoudemire drops them both. Knicks trail by 3. Rose kicks to Holiday. Anthony drawing the double team. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Now Johnson. Pass to Stoudemire. Stolen by Noah. To the middle. And stolen by Whiteside. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Ellington. Lets it go from deep. Here's Whiteside. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Whiteside's got 8 points. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Just 4 to shoot. Noah's shot is off.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Right side a screen. Williams passes to Johnson. Now the feed to Whiteside. Here's Williams. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Rose.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for Derrick Williams. He has 8 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times the game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
That's good from Williams.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. And a switcher also for New York. Porzingis is checked in. And Williams drops them both. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Here's Porzingis, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Johnson outside. There's the screen. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Pass to Noah. And there's the call on Bosch. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Thomas kicks to Rose. Right side Holiday. Outside Thomas. Williams comes with a double team. The three. Never goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Thomas.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Right side, a screen on Rose. Over in the corner, Williams. Plenty of space. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. 14 points for Williams.
A very good half for them from the field. They've got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, their offense heating up, and anytime you shoot it this well, you're going to give yourself a chance to get the W.
Nine seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Johnson outside. 1 second left. Missed. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Heat lead by 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Miami leading by 4. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Dragic is out there with Richardson. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the 4 for Miami. Whiteside dishes to Dragic. Fires the 3. And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by Dragic. Bosch has got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
And that one's good. And 11 points for Rose.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Dragic kicks to Bosch. Now the pass to Dragic. And that one hits back iron.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
And Miami shooting straight 49% from the field. Richardson the pass to Dragic. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And that one falls for Bosch. Anthony's checked in for the Knicks. Richardson dishes to Winslow. Here's Whiteside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Jennings gets the lead. This one for 3. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Heat leading by 8. And here's Dragic. Tries from 10. Rebound by Anthony.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Jennings passes to Carmelo. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Nothing new there to see Anthony knock down one of those beauties.
For Miami, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Richardson to the right side. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
The Knicks making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Dragic against Jennings. He dishes it to Carmelo. Here's Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Bosh. The Heat leading by 6. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Here's Bosh, rejected by Jennings. Anthony drives in, and it's sent back by Bosh. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot, instead a shooting foul, and we'll see free throws coming up right here.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range of his career field goal percentage from 3 and the free throw line. And then suddenly the Achilles ended his season at 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
No good on the free throw. Getting back to Jennings last season really did start out as one of his best. Not just the improvement, Clark, in accuracy. His turnovers per game were at a career low.
Yeah, that's what we have to watch out for with Jennings. I mean, he's still only 26 years old, Kevin. Now, plenty of time to continue to refine and hone his game. I think his best basketball is in front of him.
He hits the second from the line. So it's Miami now. It's a 5-point game. Timeout called, the Heat.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
And Quentin Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Richardson, and the layup falls.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Jennings against Dragic. Jennings dishes to Lee. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Jennings. Knicks trail by 7. That one a little long. He'd have gone through with 8 here in the fourth quarter. Anthony with the block. It's deflected and stolen by Richardson. All going up court. And Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Dragic against Jennings. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Anthony, the pass to Quinn. It's tipped and stolen by Richardson. He feeds it to Whiteside. Outside Dragic. The dish to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Back to Whiteside. Pushing their lead to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Heat lead.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Lee passes to Porzingis. Here's O'Quinn. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Yeah, he'll make the walk of shame back to the bench. He gets to watch the rest from the sideline. Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backup. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production.
And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Richardson kicks to Winslow. Bosch dishes to Whiteside. It's Richardson on the wing, covered by Lee. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Knicks trail by 11. Outside Anthony. Passes it to Porzingis. Dishes it to Noah. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Excellent night for Joakim Noah. He's got 11 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Joakim Noah hits them both. The Heat leading by 9. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Dragic with it. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Clock at 6. Whiteside a screen. It's Dragic with the drive. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Dragic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat. New York calls timeout.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Knicks trail by 11. Rose passes to Anthony. Noah the screen. To the inside. Porzingis. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Lazy defense there, though, fellas. Somebody's got to be willing to put their body on the line and try to impede his path there.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Rose passes to Porzingis. Lee kicks it to Noah. New York moving it around. They grab their own miss. Pass to Porzingis. Anthony right side. Stolen by Bosch. In transition, here comes Miami. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game more, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
And if they keep up this intensity over the last few minutes of this game, it's nearly impossible to have a comeback against them.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Whiteside dishes to Dragic. Whiteside is screen on Rose. Dragic kicks to Bosch. 6 to shoot. Richardson with it. He's picked up by Lee. Richardson no luck. Knicks trail by 9. The drive by Anthony. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And the free throw, no good. The Heat leading by 7. Winslow, the pass to Dragic. Bosch kicks to Winslow. Feeds it to Dragic. Bosch is screen on Noah. Dragic dishes to Bosch. Great defense that time from Noah. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lee kicks to Rose. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Richardson with it. Now Anthony defending. Bosch hits the pick for Dragic. Feeds to Bosch. No good off the pick.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Lee kicks it to Noah. Bosch with some nice D. The Heat leading by 7. Richardson against Lee. Richardson the pass to Whiteside. He kicks to Dragic. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. New York calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Knicks trail by 7. Lee passes to Porzingis. Back to Lee. Anthony left side. Stolen by Winslow. Whiteside dishes to Winslow. Dragic kicks to Whiteside.
Kick it out! Kick it out! That's all you!
Rose against Dragic. 5 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. And again, it's the Heat missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's Noah with the drive. New York moving it around. Rose, no good. Goes back up, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Noah.
Just what the doctor prescribed. The hoop and the harm, and he makes good on the free throw. He's definitely shaken up. They're using the timeout to let their trainer take a look at it.
And the Heat call time here. They lead by 4. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The screen. There's Winslow. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Heat lead by 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Rose passes to Carmelo. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Timeout called, the Heat. They're ahead by 4. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Left in the fourth quarter. Right side, this is to Richardson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Good shot, gentlemen.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
Outside Anthony. To the paint. There's Porzingis. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And good on the basket. Look at
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Outside Anthony. Over to the left wing. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Bosh gets to Dragic. 13 feet away. Right side with it. Wow, Anthony defending. kicks it out to Richardson. 5 on the clock. A three-pointer, no good.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Here's Whiteside. Count it!
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
You know, and not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick one.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul.
Here's Lee outside. Miami grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points, and that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
New York calls timeout. They're losing by 7. 16 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
He summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. From deep, Rose. The shot no good. Johnson outside. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Goran, congratulations on the win tonight. A game where you certainly had some nice bench production. What does it take for this team to play at its best?
I mean, everybody's playing hard, you know, even the guys from the bench. You know, we need everybody, even including the bench. Everybody has to be focused, play hard, and especially in defense.
Playing hard is always a great starting point. Goran, congratulations. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Chris Bosh.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight. Big time. They needed this sort of performance for him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
Chris Bosh came to play tonight, guys. And that's a frightening prospect for an opposing team. Because when you got a big who can score from anywhere like Bosh can, it doesn't take much to get him on a serious roll. makes it easy to see why he's an all-star over and over again, year in and year out.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.